This man has lived in the primitive forest since he was a child. On this day, for the first time in his life, he saw another human being. As he was wiping sweat from the person's forehead, he noticed something strange. The person's chest muscles were even larger than his own. The man was confused. Gory, observing the scene, commented that it was also the first time he had seen someone so beautiful. He asked, "What the hell did you do? Where did you find such a treasure?" A few days ago, Jean and her fiancé had come to the forest for a vacation. Unexpectedly, they encountered a golden-haired lion king. Jean was so frightened that she froze in place. Her fiancé, panicking at the sight of danger, threw his girlfriend aside and tried to run. Unfortunately, he didn't get far before tripping over some tree roots and knocking himself unconscious, about to become the lion's dinner. At that moment, a wild man wearing leopard print pants appeared. He swung in on a tree vine in dramatic fashion. However, he misjudged his landing and slammed headfirst into a tree right in front of Jean. Regaining his footing, the man threw a powerful punch at the lion and used the rebound of a nearby tree to strike it again. Then, wielding his makeshift weapon, he spun the lion 66 times until the beast finally collapsed. Just as he was catching his breath, the lion stirred again. The man quickly grabbed Jean and fled, only to run into another tree. Jean was knocked unconscious. Holding her in his arms, he was stunned. It was the first time he had ever felt such a soft body in the forest. Curious, he decided to carry her back to his home and study her slowly. Meanwhile, Jean's fiancé Groot regained consciousness and realized Jean was missing. To avoid blame or suspicion, he smeared himself with red juice to fake an injury. He returned to the camp and told everyone that his fiancé had been attacked by a beast. On the other hand, Jean eventually woke up from her coma. Disoriented and unsure of her surroundings, she found herself in the presence of a peculiar butler wearing glasses. It was Gory. He had come to deliver breakfast. Jean was surprised to learn that Gory could speak human language and read books. The wild man introduced his massive 2-ton pet, which at his command rolled Jean up gently and gave her a Thai massage. It turned out that the wild man had trained this giant dog himself. Jean found herself enjoying everything about this strange forest life. Gory notices the wild man had feelings for Jean and noticed Jean growing comfortable and happy. However, the wild man had never seen another human before. He didn't know how to express his feelings, so Gory taught him a set of animal-style flirting techniques, which were unfortunately completely unsuitable for humans. Realizing this, Gory handed him a different book, A Human Guide to Flirting. After reading it carefully, the man followed the book's advice, and that night he successfully touched Jean's heart. In that romantic atmosphere, Jean thanked him for saving her life. Looking at his 8-pack abs and rugged charm, she found herself falling in love.